Migrants at an ICE detention center in Miami were made to eat like dogs, according to a new report. Or with a report alleging that they had their hands tied behind their backs and were made to kneel to eat food from styrofoam plates. You also had female detainees saying that they were forced to use the bathroom in front of men and they were denied their own showers. And they said the jail is so far beyond capacity that detainees have to sit on the bus for more than 24 hours before being admitted, which in one case led to the bus becoming filled with feces. And then, according to the report, once admitted into the jail, some migrants are forced to spend up to 12 days in a room nicknamed the ice box because of how cold it is, with them allegedly not being given bedding or warm clothing and being forced to sleep on the cold concrete floor. With some rooms said to be so full that people have to stand in them because they're unable to sit. Right, all of this is said to be happening in Florida, not some CIA black site in Poland. With now more and more saying that those responsible for these obvious human rights abuses should be charged. And that is reportedly an 82-year-old Pennsylvania man named Louis Leon was secretly deported to Guatemala after he lost his green card after his wallet was stolen, with ICE said to have grabbed him while he was at the immigration office replacing his lost green card. Then reportedly his family being told that he was dead, only to then find out a month later that he was deported to Guatemala. Right, and that is, this guy's been in the US legally since the 1980s after fleeing Chile's dictatorship. With this guy currently now in a hospital in Guatemala and ICE saying that they're investigating the incident. Right, and that is, the Guatemala Migration Institute has denied that Leon was deported from the US to Guatemala. But whatever happened here, it appears fucked up, and you have many saying, will we ever know?
Hello wonderful people, welcome once again to another episode on my YouTube channel. I'm Marvin, for those who are first viewing my video, and if you're new here, kindly hit the subscribe icon below and follow my page, and I'll keep you updated with the recent news evolving in a wonderful planet, majorly focusing in America. Well, in today's special episode, our focus will be in ICE detention center in Miami, where detainees are treated like animals. As we have seen from the first video, it is clear enough this is not good at all. Why would you tie people's hand at the back, make them eat like dogs? We are living in a world where people are beginning to be inhuman and dogs are beginning to be human. It is the vice versa. It is so sad seeing illegal immigrants being treated in such a way. Regardless of being an illegal immigrant in the United States, one should be treated with respect. If you are caught being an illegal immigrant, you should be handled with care, deported back to your country, not sent to a detention center and face horrible measures like we have just seen from the first video. In today's episode again, family, I will show you with the two videos we are going to watch how people are treated in such a manner that when you get to see, you will possibly get into emotions. Illegal immigrants are also humans. That's not a good way of treating somebody who is into a country helping you. In my perspective, I see immigrants are the ones who are bringing in more and are balancing the economy, since they are the ones who work majorly in farms, in factories, in supermarkets, and that's why they are treated in such a manner, because Americans are jealous of illegal immigrants, majorly the white Americans. With ICE detention and catching illegal immigrants, we cannot support this type of behavior. Trump needs to come up with ways in which he will handle illegal immigrants. They are supposed to be sent back to their country, not detained there, while Trump is trying to bring back slavery in the modern age. Let's watch the two videos I have searched and come back at the end and discuss the implications and support the subject matter. Stay with me to the end.
According to Human Rights Watch and Americans for Immigrant Justice, people held in a downtown Miami detention facility were shackled behind their backs, forced to kneel and eat off of styrofoam plates. At another ICE facility, Chrome North, people were held on buses for over 24 hours with no bed, no new clothes, no showers. One woman said they had to sleep on the floor with a foil blanket. Other people said that they weren't even allowed to go and use the bathroom. It gets worse. At Broward Transitional Facility, a Haitian woman died, and other people had said that they were begging for medical help and that they were ignored. One man said he had torn a tendon and that they didn't do anything for him. They threw him some Tylenol. Another man had said that he was passing out from pain and that he was ignored for days. According to The Guardian, there are over 56,000 people in ICE detention, and 3 out of 4 of these people have no criminal history at all. We are treating human beings worse than we would treat animals.
Migrants have been shackled together and forced to kneel and eat like dogs, according to a new report done by advocacy watch groups. In addition to this, migrants were detained on buses, forced to share bathrooms, not given adequate medical attention, and women had zero privacy. Migrants at a Miami immigration jail were shackled with their hands tied behind their backs and made to kneel and eat food from styrofoam plates like dogs, according to a report published on Monday into conditions at 3 overcrowded South Florida facilities. The incident at the downtown Federal Detention Center is one of a succession of alleged abuses at jails operated by ICE. State since January, chronicled by the advocacy groups Human Rights Watch, Americans for Immigrant Justice, and Sanctuary of the South from interviews with detainees. Dozens of men have been packed into a holding cell for hours, the report said, and denied lunch until about 7 p.m. They remained shackled with the food on chairs in front of them. "We had to eat like animals," one detainee named Pedro said. Degrading treatment by guards is commonplace in all 3 jails, all groups say. At the Chrome North Servicing Processing Center in West Miami, female detainees were made to use toilets in full view of men being held there and were denied access to gender-appropriate care, showers, or adequate food. The jail was so far beyond capacity, some transfer detainees reported that they were held for more than 24 hours in a bus in the parking lot. Men and women were confined together and unshackled only when they needed to use a single toilet, which quickly became clogged. The bus became disgusting. It was the type of toilet in which normally people only urinate, but because we were there for so long and we were not permitted to leave it, others defecated in the toilet, one man said. Because of this, the whole bus smelled strongly of feces. Imagine being detained in a bus for more than a day and you can't leave it. When the group was finally admitted into the facility, they said many spent 12 days crammed into a frigid intake room they christened the icebox, with no bedding, no warm clothing, sleeping instead on the cold concrete floor. At a third facility, the Broward Transitional Center in Pompano Beach, where a 44-year-old Haitian woman, Marie-Ange Blaise, died in April, detainees said they were routinely denied adequate medical or psychological care. Some suffered delayed treatment for injuries and chronic conditions, and dismissive or hostile responses from staff. 3 facilities were severely overcrowded, and former detainees said a contributory factor in Florida's decision to quickly build the controversial Alligator Alcatraz. Detention numbers nationally were an average of 56,400 a day in mid-June, with almost 72% having no criminal record, according to the report. We have a situation where humans are not being treated like humans, being rounded up regardless of status. Many are American, many not criminals, many working taxpayers, and they're being treated like animals. Wow.
Clearly, with the videos I have just shown you above, well, I don't support that kind of behavior. Do you support that kind of behavior? Would you take somebody who is illegal in your residence or community, tie him up like a dog, and make him eat food with no hands at all? We are living in a world right now where I feel the world is coming to an end, and people getting treated like dogs is such an inhuman activity. ICE has faced critics from all over. I don't support the way they handled illegal immigrants. They are not there for their own wish. They are only looking for better living. I believe ICE is doing this so that to discourage people from moving to America. Well, America is made up of different types of immigrants with the green cards. Some even go there legally and they're still held up in in Miami detention centers. Family, don't ever take somebody's life like that. It will come back at you and haunt you bad. I feel so sad. Well, imagine your family or a family member, or let's say your dad or mom, being tied at the back, eating food like a dog or a beggar. What will you feel? Trump needs to calm his horses down. He needs to look for better measures to handle illegal immigrants, not build up detention centers like the Alcaraz that has faced criticism from all over because of the manner in which it was constructed. So sad. This episode is about dogs and humans. Humans deserve dignity. They deserve respect. What's your take in this? Do you support ICE treating humans in such a manner, or America? Do you believe treating people in such a way will stop them from coming to your country? Let me know your response on the comment section below, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share. See you family on the next episode. Remember, always take care of yourself, always take care of your family. See you later.